Hi everyone, Seth coming to you from the Kenwood Training Department, here in a series of training tutorial videos. Today, I will be demonstrating how to use the Spotify source on the DNX573S. Now, although I'm using it on the DNX573S, it's important to recognize that any of the new 2016 DNX series or DDX series of receivers that have this same graphic user interface, the operation will work the same. So let's take a look. Okay, so assuming you've done the latest firmware update on your DNX or DDX receiver for 2016, you'll notice that Spotify and Pandora are now active sources on the receiver. Now, Pandora and Spotify are both supported by Android Auto as well as CarPlay already. So if you're plugging in and using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the Spotify icon will be grayed out because you can use it in those sources. However, if you'd like to not use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, possibly do a wireless connection for an Android device or wireless or hardwired with an iPhone, you have a great choice here. So here's how you do it. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll select the menu button and then the setup icon. Then we'll go to the AV icon, and automotive mirroring will need to be turned off. You'll then notice that App and iPod Setup are highlighted. Now, if App and iPod Setup do not highlight, that may mean that you currently have a device plugged into the receiver's USB input, so simply disconnect it, or you may have to temporarily turn Bluetooth off on your mobile device to get it to allow you to make the changes. So we'll select App and iPod Setup. You'll then notice that for Android devices, Bluetooth is the option. For iPhones, you have two options, either iPhone Bluetooth or iPhone USB. If you select iPhone USB, you can then plug in a KCA IP103 Apple certified Lightning to USB adapter to allow for playback. Or you can select iPhone Bluetooth to do this wirelessly. So we'll select iPhone Bluetooth and then hit done. Now, if we go back to the home screen, you'll see Spotify is able to be selected, so we'll go ahead and select the Spotify source. Once selected, the receiver will then connect to the Spotify application on the device. You'll then see the song start playing that was last being played. In the bottom left-hand corner, there's three little bars. Now, this is how you navigate through the Spotify source. You'll have recently played, which will bring up your recently played files. We can hit top to go back to then your library, playlists, albums, artists, and songs. Browse if you want to find a new station. Or you can select radio stations by genre or your own stations. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go back to the display. Next to these three little bars, you're going to see another icon. Now, this icon will simply create a new radio station based on the artist that was currently being played right now. You'll then see you've got the track forward button, and up at the top here, you've got a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So that will then, if you select thumbs up, store that as a song that you like, or if you hit thumbs down, it will then directly go to the next song. So we'll select thumbs down, and you'll see what happens. It then changes to a different song. Now over here, you can hit the plus icon, and that plus icon will then store that to your favorites and turns it into a little check mark so that you know it's stored as one of your favorites. Album artwork does display to the left of the text information. If you select the home button, you'll also see that you have album artwork as well as the dominant color across the screen displaying the source Spotify as well as album information. Well, thanks again for taking the time to learn to use the new Spotify source on the DNX573S. We'll look forward to seeing you again next time.